On live. Here we go. Uh-oh, somebody just tried to come in. Ooh. Or is that, I don't know what that was. All right. It's funny because my notification never pops up that I'm live on YouTube. I always have to go to my channel and see it. Like right now, I'm live. Who knew? All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the first Tuesday of every month. I am Shane, your host, Never Trust a Skinny Chef Shane, or ppgshane.com, which I will be getting rid of the Never Trust a Skinny Chef name here shortly, as soon as I get off my butt. And my co-host tonight is Cupcake Krista, my wife. And we are going to have a question and answers, as long as they remain respectful. We're gonna see how well that works. Until then, until everybody gets in here and starts joining the group, we are going to find out what everybody did this past weekend, because I know I didn't do much of nothing other than run to Home Depot and Lowe's 72 times while I'm rebuilding my bathroom. Super awesome. Will, welcome. How you doing tonight, sir? Can nobody hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
One of these days, I'll learn how to work the mute unmute button. It's a simple toggle.
Why
it's confusing.
Why you messing with me, man? I thought something was wrong. I was like, did I just say all that for nothing?
I didn't say anything worthwhile. No, I said no. It's good to be here. I mean, I really enjoy hanging out with my friends and Shane. I mean, a lot of fun.
And Shane.
I should have said it, Mark, because he's not paying attention.
McElroy, how you doing today, sir? I didn't know that we had decided to wear the same shirt tonight. That's pretty cool.
Oh, I need to go change.
Yeah, I just called Krista and asked her. She said it was gray and green.
Well, we can't wear a Paralife shirt that's gray and green because I don't have one. I mean, it's a cutoff shirt, but that was never cut off. But that's cool.
That's not very.
And then
nice.
we have, ppglear.com. What's going on, Eric?
Hey guys, doing well. Just hanging out after a busy weekend.
And Miss Jade, how are we doing, young lady?
Hello, everybody. I'm doing fine.
Flying Flamingo. Both of you guys are under the weather. Apparently, you guys have kissed each other or something, got each other sick. That's cool. We're just gonna let it be quiet. We're just gonna let it be quiet.
Man, it stinks to be not feeling well and having to talk. So hey, I feel for you. Are you doing a good job though?
Who?
Jade and Mark.
Oh, yeah, no. I'm sorry. I was talking with her and I missed.
Hi, John Wayne.
John Wayne. We got Jim. We have Chris from Eastland Farms. We got PBG, the other Nick, Sean Simons.
And if I squint, I'm not mad. I just can't see. I'm blind.
Or she might be mad at me and just squinting because she's
really
trying to see through my soul.
See, so I'm trying.
I'm expecting some fireworks tonight. Nick Griffith's in the house.
Nick, it is a 60.
I don't know what it is, but it's small and I can't see it. So.
It's a 60-inch TV, 15 feet away.
It's small and she can't see it, Shane.
Thank you.
Man, you should see it. Never mind. Matt Sloper, John Wayne, JP Tulo. I mean,
JP, happy belated birthday.
Yes, sir. How's it feel to get into your 30s finally? Congratulations. You still hear, even if you don't try to move your mouth, they can still hear you. So don't try that. You got to be just really quiet. All right. So tonight, guys, we are going to do a question and answer between Krista. Well, any of us on the panel. Krista and I are willing to answer any reasonable and
This is the first I'm hearing it, just so y'all know.
I talked to her all week long and she has no idea what,
Didn't say this.
don't listen to me. Okay. We did just pass our 28th year anniversary of our first date, October 30th. And it's been 28 years since we got together.
Since you started dating.
Since we started dating. And
then we made our daughter watch the movie we went to.
yeah,
on our anniversary.
On our first date, we went to go see Demolition Man. And then we had our daughter watch it, who spent more time watching TikTok and trying to. She was bored.
She pulled a Shane.
Yeah, she was bored. So, Tommy Sutherland, hello. What?
No, keep talking.
They moved out of the screen. It's Will Fly.
Oh.
Will's not there. That's why you can't see him. It's his background blending thing.
Oh,
There he is. What?
I had no idea.
See what happens when you ask, you shall receive. Saith the will.
I've been listening.
No,
So
you just went crazy. Go ahead.
What's the format of the show tonight? Are you guys going to ask each other questions, or is it all?
We're gonna have the people on the panel in the chat, whatever you guys want to know. Like I said, as long as it's respectful, then we'll have no problem answering it. But and that's why I figured if you guys were on the panel, if there's a question or something that we missed, then you guys can pick up on that, ask the questions for us or for whoever asked it.
It doesn't have to be to us. It can be to anybody.
Yeah, anybody on the panel.
That's what he's saying.
I may or may not have told Jade and Eric this idea, but it just literally came to me as we went live. So
See,
Jade and Eric.
he talks to you all week. Did you not know?
So you said respectful. Well, that's the show, guys. Thanks a lot for showing up and watching.
I don't know what he deems respectful. That's more of a question.
He says it was respectful.
Ish, yeah. But again, what does that mean? I
Do I have
don't
to-
even know. Don't know. No. Don't ask that question. I don't want to know.
I'll kick it off with a question whenever you're ready.
Yeah,
Go
we're
ahead.
ready.
Okay, so Krista, who
Yes.
was your second choice for a husband?
Ooh.
Will Smith.
Oh yeah, I love Will Smith. I don't know. We started dating. I was 18. He was 19. But I also was retarded and thought I needed to get married. Otherwise, I'd be like an old spinster. I don't know. We were both on the same page. So
What's a spinster?
nobody that would. Somebody who doesn't get married and has a lot of cats. Are you kidding?
You know.
Oh, okay. Yeah, like I thought if I didn't get married eventually soon in my retarded life.
Sean Simons, yes, I did. This is being recorded, by the way.
Oh, well, it's true. It's a true story. I'll tell anybody.
Bill H wants to know if we've ever been close to breaking up. Yes, we
Yes.
actually broke up several times.
We have separated a couple times. Yeah.
And then, like a rash, I can't get rid of her. She realizes how awesome I am, and
Well, I think us being so young when we got together, it was harder when you grow up and you grow up together and you don't always have the same ideas or thoughts of what life was supposed to be. So yeah, we split twice,
Mhm.
2 times. Once was a very short split and once was a few months split. And then we basically both decided it was worth working it out.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
I
can't
love-
live without you.
I love Tony's
That's all you-
question, man. That's an
Uh-oh,
awesome.
what is it?
Remember, you got to be honest.
Oh. Yeah.
Oh
What
yeah.
is each other's pet peeves?
Oh, can I say his and he say mine?
I don't-
Shane's pet peeve is, and this is what he literally thinks, and I disagree. When I ask a question and I want it, I bat my eyes. I don't believe I do that on purpose per se.
Honey, I think we should do it this way.
So you think
It's literally how it works. I'm like,
Yeah.
I go right back out. I don't know if I like that idea.
Like Morse code.
I don't really even, and then he was doing it earlier. I'm like, am I doing that? And he said, no, I just am. But, okay, what's your biggest pet peeve?
Okay, but read Eastman's Farms.
Hold on, come on.
He goes, he knows who Shane's real name is.
That's true.
My
That's
pet
not a
peeve
pet
with
peeve,
Krista. Do I get to pick just one?
No,
Man,
it was
what-
your pet peeve. It wasn't for each other. Unless I read the question wrong.
No,
Shoot, what's my pet peeve of shame?
never wrong. Got it.
Nah. Competitiveness and always thinks he's right.
You're not wrong on that.
See, thank you. And yours and mine?
She has this tone with her that absolutely goes. I go from calm, cool, and collective to absolutely irate. She comes off just, I want to say bitchy, and it I don't know why it just torques me to no end, and I lose my shit every time.
And I can explain, because if you listen to me the first 12 times, I wouldn't have to be that way.
Do what?
See? And back. Next.
Nick Griffith wants to know if I fart in bed.
Yes.
I fart in a bed in the shower where she tries to drown herself because she's trying to breathe in water instead of.
We almost died one time on that.
We?
But yeah, we did. In the apartment.
Oh, I had to go outside.
Yeah.
You kicked me out of the entire house. Oh, that was.
So it did happen. Yeah. Yeah. He does fart everywhere, but that is
Yes, Bill H. I do snore, and so does my wife from time to time. It's pretty funny because it always wakes me up, and then I just sit there and listen to her snore, and I giggle the entire time because I think it's hilarious.
I don't know why it's funny,
It
but
is hilarious.
Who's
Wait till I
loud?
record it.
Shane,
What's that?
who's loud?
Oh, that's me.
Yeah.
See, I'm back. My DNA is strictly from the caveman days, and the louder you snore, it keeps predators away.
Oh,
So that's why we've never been we've never died by a saber-toothed tiger or anything
never.
because I snore really loud.
Must
He
work.
does. He does.
I'm just glad to know we're still talking about snoring.
Hey, you're on the show. We have to be respectful.
Anybody on the panel want to answer any of these questions?
Yeah, not just us.
Actually-
Dutch oven. No, Nick, he'll die.
Yeah.
I have tried to kill him once. You've seen it before or heard it. He was snoring.
I
See?
was sleeping and you tried to murder, death, kill me.
One time.
Is so if you ever hear us ever say 187 or murder, death, kill, that is the
Demolition.
I know
I'm saying.
I know what the movie's from or where it's from,
Yeah.
but that's what they use for someone who got murdered, death, or killed in Demolition Man, and we have literally maintained those two catchphrases throughout. It's 28 years.
And our kids do too. Kaylee.
Yeah.
Kaylee knows what it was before she even watched the movie. Tony. No, it's not.
No,
Marriage therapy episode.
no, but
I don't think we do everything right, but hey, we
No.
can all learn from each other, I guess, right?
we definitely don't do it right, but we do. I honestly, I don't know. I mean, I don't think we can live apart or without each other. So we're kind of like, I don't know what it is. No, she just won't go away.
That's not true.
How
He
did
doesn't
you
like
all
to-
come up with this idea? Whose idea was it? How did the whole idea come about?
Mine.
Yeah.
I was going to have Smart Car Brian come on and talk about the Viserati warranty thing. Brian just within the past year bought a Y20, and within the year, I think it's the end of December is when he bought it last year, and it already broke. And when he called Viserati up, said, "Hey, I bought this from you. It's within the year." They said they don't warranty replacement parts, which is a original manufacturer replacement. Why would you not warranty? So we were going to talk about that, and then I couldn't get a hold of Brian, and I just. So if you have a Y20, which I've started to see a lot of posts about Y20s, there's a great possibility that Viserati is not going to replace your exhaust, and you're going to end up having to pay. Usually, it's the new the part that connects to the motor to the joint, and I believe that's about $210. So get ready to pay for that.
Teresa has a question.
Wow, I mean, I've never
who
heard
did?
that. That's interesting.
What hobbies do Cupcake Krista have? This is easy. It's none. She used to do what was it when you cut all the crap out? Scrapbooking. You could talk. You could fill in the blanks.
No, you're answering this. You're answering my question.
She used to do scrapbooking, and then
Chris is a workaholic. So I'm at work or during work calls a lot. What?
So she just, I've tried to get her, I've sat down with her and said, hey, what would you like to do? Let's do a hobby or get you into a hobby. Yes, I have. What would you like to do? And you're like, nothing. Oh, look,
Well,
Netflix.
no, all my hobbies, well, pretty much Shane has all the hobbies and I just support Shane's hobbies.
Yes. And
So.
I support you.
Camping, which we love.
Yes. I guess your hobby is camping.
Yeah, we love camping. But pretty much, I mean, we bought kayak. Shane's oh gosh, you guys don't even know. I call him a hobby hopper.
Shane's a hobby hopper.
He's a hobby hopper. He finds a hobby and he locks onto it and then he's all about it. So kayaking, we got 2 kayaks, 2-man and 1-man. In the beginning, it was fishing. So he had a John boat. Then we bought a boat. Then he's got all the fishing rods. We still have all those. He's a hunter. So he's got to have the blinds and the stands and all. So yeah. Am I wrong?
No.
Okay. So he finds a hobby. Not that he jumps out of it right away, but once he's done with it, we got all the stuff. Anybody looking for any stuff?
I would like to say.
Motorcycle.
I would like to say my greatest hobby is finding the woman of my dreams and not getting rid of that hobby, just so you know.
Have you found her?
We do not know anything. I know, right? He's still looking.
Actually,
Why didn't you ask him who his choice of wife?
Jennifer Aniston, every time.
You can't pick a celebrity. We do not know anything about the 3 seashells. That baffles us.
It's the equivalent.
We know that, but we don't understand it.
Yeah, they never really go into detail about
Right.
the 3
So we don't get it.
So how does
It is
this
something
compare, Shane, to your other hobbies? The paramotor
This-
stack up.
So far, I will tell you the only time I've ever gotten close to feeling a true adrenaline rush in this sport was when I went to the Mile High Club. I was absolutely terrified. And absolutely in love with it all at the same time. It's for me to kill a big buck. There's nothing like it. Like I literally cannot control myself. I sit in my tree stand and I get that what they call buck fever, and I just sit there for a good 10-15 minutes and I shake uncontrollably. There's no picking up my phone. There's no talking to anybody. I look like I have a seizure, and it's freaking awesome.
That being said, when was the last time you hunted, honey?
The year before last.
Before he picked up this sport.
Before I picked up this sport, but we were supposed to go. I was actually supposed to be going tomorrow morning and leaving for Ohio for a week and a half, but my buddy can't. He can't go because of work, and I understand. So I probably will be going to Swanee at this point since I don't have anything else planned.
We're going to Swanee.
Oh, I'm just making it act like I'm just going to surprise people.
Okay.
I'm going to Swanee.
Is there a difference? No, we don't do that.
What?
Mile High Club.
Huh?
Is there a difference for the Mile High Club? Just saying. I don't know what that means.
Yes, I did the Mile High Club solo. There was no tandem Mile High Club at all.
Is Krista
He
going
left
to,
someone.
is Krista ever going to take flight?
He's in here actually, so go ahead and say it.
So Shane has tried to get me with Craig Taylor for him to take me up. And that's who he wants my tandem to be with. So when our schedules align, I will do my first flight if Craig Taylor will have me.
Right on. Yeah,
Did Shane raise your life insurance?
It doesn't matter. I don't have paramotor life insurance.
Right.
I raise my life insurance pretty much every year just because I'm retarded.
I'm just holding out for the big
Yeah.
money.
And then our daughter wants to know who's worth more money to push in front of a train or something.
Yeah, that one you actually have to watch. She would probably push both of us and be like, "Oh my God, it was so dramatic."
Yeah. So she's the one getting all the money. So
Yeah.
she wants it all.
Yes, Craig Taylor, you owe her a flight. She's okay. So she's not like a diehard ready to just run into the sky or whatever, but she is definitely willing, I guess is the right word.
All right, after this, I have a question for you. Go ahead.
Okay. You already know.
No, keep going.
All right. But there have been several people that offer to take her up, and I'm not comfortable with their flying abilities. So I'm actually pretty comfortable with Craig. I've watched him fly. He's a damn good pilot, and I would be perfectly comfortable with her in the air with him.
All right, so I'm going to ask you my question. Do you think I would make a good pilot?
No.
Okay.
And
Because everyone is asking me, so I want you to explain why.
and I'll explain, and you agree or disagree. How about that?
Oh, I 100% agree. I already know what I do.
I know. So in emergency situations or high stress situations, Krista always does the exact opposite of what you're supposed to do.
Or told.
Yeah. So
So if you say go right, I'm running left. I don't know
Every
why.
time.
Always. So I can't do it.
yes, Craig Taylor, if you take her up, I will be up with you guys and videotaping it, and
Oh, okay.
I'll give you the selfie stick, honey.
I won't do that.
Just don't take Craig's selfie stick.
No, won't do that. I'll barely move. Afraid I'll break something.
No, once you get up there, it's totally different than it is when you're just watching it. But yeah, she just does not do good in high stress situations. Outside of her work, she does very well at work. If a patient passes out or goes into whatever cataract. Jesus. I need another beer. I can't talk right.
I can work I prefer actually being very stressed at work. I think I perform better, but in my regular life, no, I can't do it. So.
But you don't have a desire, do you?
No. I just know people have asked, and I try to explain it, but I guess if you would experience it, you'd know that I don't know. I just always do the wrong thing.
I'd say for me,
but not in work.
Desire, you know. I mean, if you don't have the desire, then
no, not at all. And maybe it's I don't trust myself because I know I don't really care to do it. So I probably wouldn't put that desire and want and care because I don't want to. So I'm perfectly fine with my feet on the ground. And when everyone becomes tandem trained and after I've been up and I'm cool with it, but I don't want to be the person because I'll cause a crash. I swear, I know I will. I'm retarded.
I could really
Dave, you're
relate.
so quiet.
I could really relate to what Shane was talking about. Shane, you were talking about, I mean, basically, you're pretty much an all-in type guy, right? Is he even here?
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Yes, he's here.
It wouldn't surprise me if a lot of paramotor pilots are all in type guys, because paramotoring is not really something you can half-ass. I mean, you do it or you don't do it. And
Right.
I mean, I'm the same exact way. But this sport has kept my interest all the way through. I mean, I'm just as excited about it today as I was 10 months ago. And that's rare.
Well, a lot of times with these sports that I get into, it becomes boring to me. And paramotoring, I mean, honestly, if you get bored, you just learn a new maneuver, and you spend a half a year trying to perfect it. I'm right now been a year and a half working on wing overs, and I still think they're micro wing overs, to be honest with you. I watch guys like PPG Explorer. This dude is just flying along and hooks it, and he is just, I love watching his videos because he just absolutely just kills it on the wing overs. But I cannot, there's a certain level of wing overs I can get to that I'm very comfortable with. And I swear I would love to put a heart monitor on and record my heart rate, because I feel perfect. It's no different to me flying straight or doing the wing overs that I'm doing. It's when I pull a little too hard or I pull into the wind and it puts me a little further than I had anticipated, that changes my heart rate. And I do like that.
Keep talking.
What do you
Just keep talking.
I do like that about this sport. And again, if I get bored, I can just learn something else and move on. I did see a question earlier.
Well, you can finish your comment. I have one from Tony.
All right, go ahead and read Tony's. I can't remember.
Tony, have I ever lied to Shane about something he cooked and I didn't like it, but said it was good? No.
Nope.
I always tell him. I mean, and he wants me to. So
Yes.
I wouldn't tell him I like something, because one, I don't ever want it made again if I didn't like it. So I'll give input. Yeah, I know the non-cooker gives input, but I do, and say this needs more spice, or this was too spicy. But our daughter will do the same. So it's not just me that'll brutally honest slam them in the grass on that. Yeah.
No, I can always tell when she doesn't like the food because she doesn't finish her plate, and I'm like, "So you didn't like it?" She's like, "No." So, stop. You're back and forth. You can't even read the screen, and
I'm trying.
How could you read it when the thing's going?
I was trying to find out where it got my question from.
Go up.
Oh, Jason.
That's what I was trying to get to.
Okay, there you go.
Jason Russell Smith, who is a awesome wingman. He actually, I went to school. I went to school with his ex-girlfriend at the time. Well, girlfriend at the time. And that's how he and I met. And after school, I had him over. We flew from the compound for my first solo without the teacher in your ear kind of thing. And so, yeah, I really think that that kind of put Jason and I a little closer for friendship. And he's absolutely right in his comment. There was one time we had the camper out there before they shut the compound down. And I actually went up in the air before Jason did. And my wing was doing everything that I was not comfortable with it doing. And I came in, actually, I believe I landed on one knee, slid in, stood up and said, "You don't want to go in the air. It's crazy up there. Don't do it." And he came back 2 hours later and said, "I don't know what you're talking about." But then I had the SIV course, and now I fly and stuff like that without even putting my hands on the brakes, because it's really not that big of a deal. So any questions for anyone on the panel? Any questions for Krista and I? Or
him.
wonderings, what have you?
I don't know what's wonderings.
Whatever you guys are wondering. I have no idea. Like, I just literally just kind of threw this together. Mark,
I am wondering where Will got his shirt.
it was a half off shirt. Half off of that shirt and half off this shirt put together for a whole.
I'll have you know I got it at Wendy's. And it was half off. It was on sale. Tommy Sutherland is an off-topic question, but he's asking if anyone's had experience with the Everest swim play kiting wing. Yeah, I have not.
I have only had one wing, and that's the wing I fly now. So that's my kiting wing, my flying wing, my whatever wing. I don't, man, I get every now and then I get this feeling like I need to get a new wing, but I haven't even begin to explore what my wing is capable of doing. I still need to get a speed bar for my wing. I've only used speed bar twice during the SIV course, and it was for about 8 seconds before I collapsed the wing and got into all kind of trouble. But literally, I mean, there's so many things I haven't done with my wing. I don't truly think I need a new wing anytime soon. It's another year and a half, 2 years out, to be perfectly honest with you. And only because that'll be 400 UV hours on it at that point. What is Angela's question?
Angela's question is, do your significant others get upset if you spend so much time and money on the sport, and how do you deal with it?
Can I go first?
No, Jade, you go first.
Oh, this is a show about you guys.
No, it's a show about all of us.
Nobody
So do
said
you-
that. Nobody said it's a show about all of us. This is about Shane and Krista.
Yep.
And now all of a sudden, this is about all of us.
Surprise. I will actually say to the question, do your significant others get upset with if you spend too much money on this sport, and how do you deal with it? Okay.
Time and,
Yeah. So honestly, once I went to school and got my equipment, outside of buying fuel and two-stroke oil, it hasn't, and I by no means am I bragging about this. I hate even saying it. I have well over 300 flights and 160 something hours, and I haven't had to buy any new equipment.
now you gotta knock on something. Not me.
Oh, I thought knocking on knockers. But I mean, I think it's just,
Okay.
I've gotten lucky several times. Mountain City, I got extremely lucky. I could have destroyed 85% of what was underneath my legs in that one takeoff.
I'm an idiot, didn't even know.
But I don't really spend what?
Nothing.
Don't
The Eiffel Tower is taking in Paris.
Yes, I actually took that with my iPhone in a convertible at about 11 o'clock at night
On my birthday.
on Krista's birthday, August 4th. Anyways, but I don't really spend traveling to go to these fly-ins costs a lot of money. But I'm the one that spends the money in this relationship. Krista she just tried to convince herself tonight that she really needs new shoes. I'm like, go buy your new shoes. And she's like, I'm like, nobody's telling you can't buy new shoes. Go buy new shoes for work. I mean, it's where you're going to be making money. So go.
I just
I
really
can
hate
spend it.
spending money.
I know she
Hey.
hates spending money.
Hey, Shane, Jason has a really good question for you.
I'm gonna yell at him after.
Yes. First of all, I will express to all of you guys that Krista's name is spelled with a CH, and she can't stand it when someone spells it with a. It's Christ with an A. People, it's Christ with an A.
It's true, but yes. And you've known me for a long time, Jason. Come on, spell my name right.
Embarrassing.
Go ahead. Do you get upset when people ask where I am? No.
No, actually, I'm upset with her already because she's not there with me. Tried.
No, I'm
Did you
shaking.
really just shake your
No,
head?
I'm shaking my head that, like, when does anybody ask where I am?
Anytime I show up without you, where's
Oh,
Krista?
okay. But normally I'm 9 times out of 10.
Still in
If
bed.
I can, well, in the morning, yeah, no, sorry, guys. But if it's a fly-in, or don't ask in the morning. But yeah, I'm normally there 9 times out of 10 if I can get off work.
Yeah, she
And it was also revolving around work. But
I know she's a diehard worker, and literally I'm like, hey, let's see if we can get off work and go to I could go tomorrow into work and be like, yo, I'm not gonna be here the rest of the week. They're like, all right, cool. Her, no. She's called out maybe
in my entire life,
yeah,
less than 5 times.
less than
And I
5
went to
times.
work in labor. But Mark, speak for your wife in this. She's in the medical field. We don't just willy-nilly call out. It just doesn't happen.
Oh,
Yeah,
I will wake up
I tell my wife all the time she should have been a welder because nobody cares if I'm here or not. It makes no difference.
Dude, I have woke up in the morning and been like, I just can't see myself at work. I will call work and be like, yo, I'm not coming in today. They're like, okay. And then Chris is like, what did they say? Is it okay? I'm like, they said okay. I hung up the phone. I mean, I'm not going to go into an elaborate story about why I'm not coming in. I'm just not coming in. It's just, that is it.
It's okay if you spell my name wrong, Tony.
You want to see if I can get off work tomorrow?
No,
I'll call in.
I'm going to work tomorrow.
You can go to work. I will send you pictures of me watching Netflix.
It's actually done.
I mean, working on the bathroom.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, yeah, Shane, yeah, you're blessed. You've got a really supportive spouse. There's no question about it. And I tell you, Eric, he's also done it right. He got his spouse involved in the sport. So he created a monster. She's got her own show now, and man, she took off literally.
I'm very proud of Jade. She's doing a great job, and really, really am glad to support her and her channel.
And her own merch.
And her own merch.
Oh,
Yes, it
cool.
does not.
I still got to get a shirt to Kyle O.
What you need to
well.
do is get your husband to get off his wallet and buy a decent, t-shirt printing machine where you could do everybody's shirts.
Oh, yeah. I love that
Sorry.
idea.
See?
Jade just
You're
busted
welcome,
you
Eric.
on the-
I know.
That
Oh,
is
so
Mr.
I-
Jade Lear
when
to
I-
you.
Yeah, it is.
Hey, Jade, when I heard that, I looked at her and go, how dumb are you? Like,
And
how
I
do you not know what your damn YouTube channel name is? Hi, I'm Krista Cupcake. The what?
okay, Jade did good. I didn't want to go, I messed up my name. Because
I know. And then for a week,
mean-
I was like, what did I do wrong? I'm looking back through my videos and I'm like, you made me feel like a doof.
no, I was like, oh, okay. I said my name wrong, but she like nailed it. So this is good. Sorry. It is what it is. I'm Cupcake, Krista Cupcake. I'll go whatever. Actually, just spell my name right. Just kidding, Tony. Not kidding, Jason.
Oh, Jason, remember, actually, Jason, you're going to
You just spelled
Swanee?
my name wrong again.
Yes, I believe at this point it's on purpose just to see you get upset.
Okay.
Jason, are you going to Swanee? I think you said you were.
I think you're going to sleep. Just kidding.
Well, the Lears aren't coming, so it's fine.
My cousin's not coming.
She's not going to be there.
I know she's.
Anyways, we're bringing the camper, FYI.
Yes.
Mark,
And it'll be
is
super
on?
cold.
Is Mark on? That'd be pretty close for him.
Mark?
Yeah.
McElroy, no, he said he's got better things to do than hang out with Krista. So he won't be there.
Yeah, they planned
What is-
that too late. They came out with it, and I already have a company going to be at the house that weekend.
I gotcha.
How excited are you for the wedding there, Mark?
A lot more excited than my bank account is.
Oh, yeah.
That's
a
going
nice
to be
guy.
ugly. Yeah, yep. Yeah, that's January 8th.
Yeah.
So right now, the 15-day forecast for Live Oak, Friday it's supposed to be highs of 78, lows of 54, And then high on Saturday, it's high of 72, lows of 47. And then Sunday, 67 to 42. So
What's Yellowstone?
the show, TV show.
Is it? Are you going to Yellowstone?
Am I going? What?
It's okay. All right. Jason will have the camper. You'll be fine. I'm going to freeze if it's. You gave him a blanket and
Remember, he
ice
was in
on
a
it.
tent. He was in a tent,
I wasn't there.
and he actually put someone's generator inside of his tent to stay warm because it was running. And he's like, I don't care about carbon monoxide. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh,
But he was outside. Someone put their generator right next to his tent. It was an inverter, but still, I don't want it right outside of my.
I have never been to Swanee. This will be my first time.
Yes. The only
Like-
thing I don't like about there's two things I don't like about Swanee. One, the winds are usually higher and a little stronger than I'm used to flying,
Oh, you said it's warmer.
and there's not much to see there.
Can I tell a funny joke?
Yeah, you can tell a funny joke.
Okay, Jade, can I tell the Gale joke to Craig Taylor?
Oh,
A what joke?
The Gale
Avery's
Avery
joke.
joke?
Fine.
No? Because they're friends.
Yes, they're from the same town.
He probably already knows, but it's okay. I don't have to.
Well, go ahead.
She still hasn't answered.
All right, Craig. So, Jade has a show with me on Wednesdays. It's for Girls Just Want to Fly. So she's looking for pilots and anybody to interview just to keep women involved in the sport. I know it's not me, but anyway. So she found Gail and she said, hey, would you like to come on our show? And didn't know that Gail was a man.
And his reply was, that sounds great, but I'm a guy.
He says, that sounds great. I know Krista, she's my coffee buddy. So then she's like, you know Gail? And I'm like, yeah,
Yeah, she's
chill
like,
with
you know
Gail. He's
Gail
great.
Avery? And I'm like, yeah, he's awesome.
Totally love the man. So, next time we do like a dress up show, Gail said he'd be on.
Yeah, it's
Awesome.
hilarious.
So
Hey,
sweet.
I was just trying to go through as many people as I could to try to get on the
Oh,
show.
I know.
so
I know.
I wasn't really
And,
looking at pictures at that day, apparently.
well, he probably didn't post any pictures of himself,
And he
to be honest.
and he
I
took
don't
it
think he
very
did.
well. I mean, it wasn't like he was offended or nothing.
Well, and-
Gail is a super awesome guy. If you ever get to meet him, he is.
And what's your first name?
Oh, my first name is Robin. But
So you get used to people assuming you're of a different gender. So yeah, he's amazing.
Yeah.
Love him. Love you too, Craig, even though I haven't met you. Oh,
So
And he
what's
said Gail's
the
fun
most, what's the thing that you like most about each other? The one thing, if you had to pick one thing you like the most about each other.
Krista's boobs.
I don't think it's a physical.
Oh, is it physical or?
I know, it could
uh,
be a physical thing. It could be whatever. It's the number one thing though.
Krista's boobs.
I think that we can probably tell each other. We can tell each other anything.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, even
except
if
for the stuff that makes you turn into that voice.
Yeah.
That my pet peeve is.
yeah. Anyway, yeah.
No, actually, we I think we get along very well for the most part. There's times
Obviously,
when,
we fight. Come on, we're not gonna lie.
yeah,
I'm sure you guys have seen us fight.
Hmm.
see you be a little cray cray,
So yeah, it happens.
which drives me nuts. But
So that would be your least favorite thing. Now I think we just tell each other how we feel, so it makes life a little easier. And seriously, this isn't supposed to be all about us. Well, other people jump in.
no, Mark, what made you attracted to your wife? What was the?
I heard her story and I heard your story.
Yeah, we know the answers to this, so don't lie.
I met her.
I've slept in the same house as your wife, just so you know.
That was a long time ago. when I met her.
Oh.
Well, you met her in high school. Your
Yeah.
story is she stalked you.
Well,
Her
that's the
story
truth.
is- her story
Well,
is
she
you
lies.
just so happened.
I'm calling.
Oh, don't.
Krista's gonna call her.
No. And her story was just so happened to be at the same restaurant. So obviously something rekindled it. What happened?
No, she found me on Facebook and messaged me on Facebook that her and Kelly were coming up for a cheerleading competition up to Atlanta, and she
That
knew I lived here.
She said, I didn't remember, but then I thought, oh, hey, I'll meet up with Mark. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what she said.
yeah, that's where her stalking began.
Her
Again.
stalking.
Question in the
Hey,
chat,
real quick.
Mark. Well,
Go ahead.
what attracted you most to Shane's wife?
Same answer.
Your boobs.
What? Oh,
Sure,
I
I did-
totally.
I could tell you it sure wasn't the fact that she came to my rescue. After she ditched me, the Lears had to come get me out of the ditch.
Stop sitting the video.
No, I see the video. The whole sunglasses. For,
That wasn't.
I know. For anyone
Oh
else,
yeah,
and then
no,
there's the
no.
video.
For me, yeah, for me it was just whatever. And then to follow that up with,
No.
yeah, I didn't see you in the ditch.
No. I even asked her wife if she felt you crashed, and she agrees with me.
She doesn't understand PPG at all.
She agrees with me.
Oh no,
Right,
I
Jake?
didn't crash. I didn't crash. The Lears just came running over there to say hi to me. It's what they do when I land in the ditch.
Hold on. Will crashed more than or less than Mark did. And you ran for that.
I already heard about how he was jumped the fence and all of it. What Mark did. I know where you.
At no point,
I
Big
already heard of
ninja
it.
stuff
no
going
point.
on there, Krista.
They jumped the fence for you, and I don't know. I actually did leave my golf cart with Jade, and the Perrys because you crashed. Sorry.
Yeah, who
Sorry,
did you throw your
Mark.
beer down
Crash?
for? Who'd you throw your beer down for?
Oh, that would be a total stranger.
No, for
No, it was Cat.
Cat.
It was Cat the
The
first time.
sunglasses that she paid $1.82 for threw for someone.
That's Mike.
Okay, you didn't know him at the time.
I didn't know him at the time.
For Mark, who
That's
she
one way to
knows,
meet them.
I mean,
I will say I will never run for any of you guys ever again. Sorry.
let's see how well you ran. You disappeared in a ditch.
That was
Oh, you mean when she ran down the ditch, she just disappeared, then she came back up?
Never came.
No.
Oh, she didn't come back.
I did. Oh.
That's funny.
See,
Oh.
he's just busted on you now.
Jason, I'm gonna see you in person
Oh.
someday.
Jason, she's gonna shut the hot water off on you when you're in the shower and let you deal with all
It's all
this,
right.
all the shortcomings.
There's no-
So one more thing, and then I'll turn it over to whoever wants it. But Sean in the chat said that his Facebook account was hacked, and I think Mark, yours was too, wasn't it?
Yeah, mine was, my Facebook got hacked about maybe a month ago.
Okay, so the question is, I unfriended you because of that, and I don't know if that's what you're supposed to. You didn't miss me. I know you couldn't even tell. That's why I'm letting you know now. But no, I mean, how do you go about, like, if it gets hacked? Do you lose everything? You have to start a new account, or
No, you
No,
just
you
change
just
your password.
Yeah, just log out and log back in and put in a new password.
oh,
Yep.
well, that's simple. Well, I'll send you a friend request again.
Okay.
So nine times out of 10, what happens is someone will get into it's kind of a chain reaction. So someone will send you something that they got hacked on, and it's usually like, oh, is this you in the video? And then you click on it and it asks you for your username and password. when you're already into Facebook. So right then and there, you should just back out of it.
Oh, well, that'll never happen to me. I don't know my password.
Exactly.
All good.
So you don't you just don't go into that. I usually write negative messages in the username and password, kind of letting them know where to go in life, and then I back out.
I did have a bad experience, with the Brian Laundry thing.
What?
So
You tell me nothing.
I did tell you this.
I don't
and then
listen.
you laughed at it. So I don't really like.
Oh yeah, you remember this?
I don't get involved in like, oh, hey, Dog the Bounty Hunter did this or whatever, like whatever. But I was like, dude, where's this guy who killed his girlfriend? So it was like, oh, Brian Laundry, something with Dog the Bounty Hunter, and click here to find it. So I wanted to read the story. So I click it, and it's big, huge black guy with a big old business hanging out. I was like, oh, what? So I back out, and I was like, what? And I clicked it again because I thought something must have gone wrong. And the exact same picture pops up. I'm like, what? So then I go to read the comments, and someone's like, hey, I fell for that. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm an idiot.
23 minutes later, after she's done staring at this picture.
Not even.
And then she checked it one last time.
Just to make sure.
And then she pulled up Amazon Music and it turned on I Don't Want No Short Man.
No, it was I was like, what? And I tell him about it. I'm like, don't click on this. And he's like, oh, is it? And I was like, thinking, how do you know that? And he's like, oh, that happens all the time. And I'm like, okay, well, obviously I'm not invested in any news story to even check it out.
Jason, my buddy Sue, we literally send each other back and forth stuff like that all the time. Just to get each other to fall for it.
I would freak out, to be honest. I did freak out. And there was a question from Angela. How did, from the panel, how did we all meet our significant others? Not us.
Oh.
Right now.
My bad. I get excited about telling that story.
Mark, I know you went to high school with her, and she stalked you on Facebook.
True.
Anything else? All right.
No.
Jade and Eric.
Hold on. Let him give you the details. He said, Mark, go ahead and tell the story of this beautiful story.
No, that's it. I mean, we went to school together, dated in school, and then I dated somebody else, married them, and a long time later, now we're married. Now we're married.
He does not like that wife.
No, she's not a fan.
She's not a fan. No.
Yeah.
Craig Taylor answered the question. My wife saw me at the adjacent stop sign, and when we both went to go, she was jumping out of her seat and blowing me kisses. Oh, that's so cute.
But then he turned around to see who she was mistaking him for.
I was like, oh, that's adorable. Hopefully it's true. Jade and Eric.
How did you guys meet? Tinder?
I don't remember this.
I don't remember either.
I feel horrible.
Look at them. They're both confused.
You're on mute.
No, they're not. Why do they hate us right now?
Hello, sorry about that. I was doing something else. What?
How did you and Jade meet? What is your love story?
Oh,
Don't sound too damn excited.
I was cruising down on 4th Avenue, and no. Anyways, no, let's see, how did we meet? I was internet dating, and actually I was on the internet deleting my account, and she or I don't remember, waved to one another through, I think it was called Plenty of Fish.
Oh, okay.
Look at Jade.
I can't hear.
There's a little smirk
Oh,
in her
well,
face.
you know what? Our daughter has met her boyfriend now through a dating website. It's just how they do it now. Now, I will say we ruined our kids because we started dating. 6 months later, we were engaged, married.
A year and a half
after that.
After
Yeah.
we
So
met.
it's and that's what they like expect, like to meet someone and get married, and but life isn't like that. So
I already told your daughter, there's definitely no way that God made this perfect mold into anything more than just one time.
oh God. Anyway, go ahead, Shane. How did we meet?
So,
Unless there's anybody else on the panel, we can say that.
Will, how did you meet your Christmas tree?
Stop.
That Christmas tree has been together with Will.
I met my significant other online where they sell hairy black weenies. Here she is.
That's so cute.
Uh,
All right, you can go upstairs.
okay, so I will tell you the story how Chris and I met. I actually, okay, I was working down south in Miami, and every Friday I would get my paycheck and then I would skedaddle back home because I hated to be in Miami 1 second longer than I had to be. And I actually came up and met a friend of mine. He was working at a hoagie shop. And I told him, I said, hey, I'll be back. I'm going to go over to Walgreens, get a pack of cigarettes. I'll be back. So I walk over and I literally seen Krista. I can not tell you. I think she had a green shirt on. I know she had red pants on. And I went up to her, got a pack of cigarettes, and was just like, I was stunned by her. I went back. Now, I want you to understand, I wasn't nice to relationships when I was growing up. I lied to every girl I've ever been with, cheated on every girl I've been with. I was an absolute jackass. And I went back to the hoagie shop and told my buddy, I was like, dude, I think I just ran into my wife. And he's like, yeah, right, dude. He's like, you can't not be with one woman at a time. And I went back to Walgreens that night, gave her coworker my phone number to give to Krista, and told her to give me a call next week. Granted, this was before cell phones. I didn't even have a pager at the time. Krista had a pager, but I told her to give me a call next week on Friday night, this time, blah, blah. And we sat and had a conversation the following week and agreed to go on a date, which was October 30th, 28 years ago. And yeah, that was pretty much it. And how long before we moved in together?
6 months.
6 months, we moved in together. I quit working down in Miami because of her.
That was like a month and a half into working in Miami. He told me there was no work in Miami.
Yeah, there was no work.
I believe so.
It was a lot of work to drive from Miami back home, but it was worth it to come back to see her.
I missed your story.
I told the exact truth.
Oh.
What?
Hey, Mark is married to his high school sweetheart. Oh, so sweet. Shane didn't know I went to school with him.
Who's married to their high school?
Mark H.
Mark H.
Married my high school sweetheart. First day of chem class, 2 people per table. A friend was sitting next to her. Next day, I got there early and sat in the seat, and he would have been sitting in. Told him,
It's my seat now.
now it's his seat now.
They started dating 8 years later, got married after college.
Very nice.
Right on.
Did you tell her to get $4 worth of gas? What is that?
So Angela, Tony was working at a gas station. Angela would go there every day with $2 for something.
Oh, how
I
cute.
forgot what she said she bought, but yeah.
And we don't think we are like the knowledge of marriage.
Oh God, no. We are tolerant and dependent. That's why we work.
I'm gonna. Who's tolerant and who's dependent?
We both are.
Ooh, interesting. Okay.
You don't agree?
Maybe on some things, sure.
You don't tolerate me?
At some things, yes.
Exactly. And I tolerate
Oh,
you.
and I depend on you to feed me.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Who cooked dinner tonight?
Me.
Oh yeah. Is there enough for dinner tomorrow night?
There's enough for lunch tomorrow.
All right.
Okay,
What
wait,
did you
she
make?
did cook dinner tonight? Really?
Yes.
What'd you cook?
Yeah.
Beef stroganoff.
You say it correctly or don't say it all.
I'm sorry. Beef stroganoff. But no, I can cook. I'm just not a huge fan of the kitchen. And then when I say I can cook, oh gosh, I could probably read directions and get stuff right, but I'm very impatient in the kitchen and I just don't like it, so I'm not doing it. So the things I know how to cook, I will. But new experiment stuff, I'm not doing that.
Oh, I will experiment all the time.
No, I'm doing that because I'll mess it up.
I mess up plenty of times.
Because I don't care about food.
I mean, I like cooking, so it's not really a job for me or a chore. Plus, I like it to be edible. So if I do
Hey,
it,
wait, have I ever made anything that's not edible?
Popeyes,
You don't eat that. I don't make it for you. I make it for
obviously
me.
it's not edible.
Stop, it is. Literally, have I ever made something?
You guys know when my kids,
Oh.
I would go out of town and tell the kids I'm leaving.
This would be hunting.
They would literally look at my wife and go, "But what are we gonna eat if Dad's not here?" This is a true story.
It is.
They were concerned about starving to death because Krista was in charge of cooking.
Oh, I'm calling out the gun now.
What?
Bailey, come here. I never starved them children.
I didn't say you starved them, but they did ask
They
questions.
did ask that, but
And I told them whatever they found, whatever your mom found in the frozen food section that she could throw in the microwave or the oven and cook.
yes. But they didn't starve.
I didn't say they starved. Oh, Jesus.
Don't look at our daughter.
Mark, you're a pretty good cook. Enjoyed your flank steak, I believe is what it was called.
And I will say we will always probably make our scrambled eggs.
Oh,
like your,
yeah, Mark.
They were great.
True story. We were driving home and I actually asked my wife, I was like, "Did you like the eggs that they cooked?" And she's like, "Yeah, they were the best." I go, "Yeah, that's how we're gonna make them from now on." I never said. No, seriously, they were damn good eggs. Mark will eat eggs as long as he doesn't taste the egg in the egg. So
she diced up onions and bell peppers and seasoned it.
Mark's
and
like, "What about the ham?" She goes, "You don't need ham in there." He's like, "Okay."
And then actually I think Mark did it, but shredded the
Parmesan.
no.
Oh no, the Asiago.
The Gouda.
Oh, the Gouda. That's right.
The Gouda
You
cheese.
sure it wasn't Asiago?
What's your favorite cheese, Shane?
Whatever you tell me.
Mark, what did Shane
good.
tell your
It's
wife
good.
his favorite
It's Gouda.
was? That's what he kept saying. However, I think he meant to say
Asiago.
but it's okay. There's no correction because I was like, this is the first time ever hearing he likes Gouda, but sure. But it was really good, and I love it. It was great. It was fabulous.
Hey, true story. Mark, after I got done hugging your wife for the very first time, meeting her for the very first time, what did I tell her? What did I say to her?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I was like, "I don't know what you're wearing, but you smell good."
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's right. And she's like, I don't know either. And
She's like, "It could be lotion, conditioner, it could be perfume, it could be." I was like, "How much stuff did you just put on just for us?"
I literally think the reason she doesn't go to any fly-ins is because just she would want to fend and take care of everyone there. Because that's just what, I mean, like, is your bed comfortable? Do you need this? Do you need that? Do you, like, she's very caring and just wants to make sure everyone is good.
So you're saying the opposite of Mark.
No,
Yeah,
Mark's the same way. I'm not saying that. So I think it's like so much work for your wife.
Her biggest thing, well, she makes everything into a production, but just too much freaking work.
Mark sends me or shows me a picture of a cheese charcuterie board. What is it? Charcuterie board.
There ain't even no sense trying. Just say a board.
I'm Like, what is that? He
Oh,
goes,
but it doesn't matter because when he came in the house, he jumped right on that charcuterie board and eating the cheese. I'm like, what's this? What's this? Oh, this is my favorite. Not his favorite. He didn't even know what his favorite was.
oh, I ate the hell out of all of that, except for I did enjoy the cheese that had the outer thing on it, but I just couldn't eat the outer thing because it tasted weird. Huh? Rain.
Brie.
Brie. You know what I don't like? It's cilantro. That shit tastes like soap, just so you know.
It was Brie. Anyway, next question. Hey, Tony and Angela, we already know your story. Sorry.
Yeah.
You guys been on at the gas station. I went to the bathroom. Answer your question.
Want to know the secret to a healthy relationship?
Well, we would love to know the answer to that question too. Angela, please answer.
Yeah, if you find somebody that's in a healthy relationship, let us know. We'd like to learn from them too.
Yeah.
Because there's always.
I think
See-
I want to speak on it.
Go ahead, and
Okay.
I'm going to reply. I'm
Okay.
going to give you a rebuttal.
Oh, please. So one, yin and yang are very, very big deal. But Shane and I are both Leos, which if you guys care about science, whatever. So we both have to be in control, but we can't be in control of the same things. So we have to do a give and take, but we can't give and take from our things. So there's a yin and yang. So you have to find your exact opposite, is my opinion in this. Okay, rebuttal.
Well, we both were in control in the bedroom, and then we just ended up
Oh.
tied up, and neither one of us could get out. It was weird until the fire department got
All right, that wasn't a rebuttal.
No, I was just kidding. So honestly, I can't even give you relationship advice because every couple has a
Shane's outgoing.
problem. I'm very outgoing. My
I
wife is
am
very-
not.
Yeah. No, actually, I was super excited and surprised that Krista said yes to Jade because normally I've asked her for the time I even started doing YouTube videos to come on. She's like, no. A couple times I could get her to come on and it was very rare. So I was really surprised and I really think it's helped her immensely because she's a little bit more relaxed on camera. I don't know why she's disappeared off this camera.
I have no idea. I'm sorry. I'm sitting in the same spot.
You got to come closer to me. Act like you like me.
How can
I
You
don't
got
know.
You got another question in the chat. What's your
What we
favorite
got?
episode of Dr. Ruth?
Dr. what?
Ruth. I have no idea. I've never watched Dr. Ruth.
Dr.
You ever
Ruth?
watched Dr. Ruth?
No.
Huh.
I know she's a little old sex.
I
therapist or something.
don't know her at all. Who is it?
Dr. Ruth, the one that's always talking about
Okay, you
sex.
can say the name all you want. I don't
I'm
know who
not
it
sure.
is.
Wait.
Dr. Ruth, Dr. Ruth.
I have no idea.
No.
I mean, I don't have an episode because I don't think I've ever watched it.
Okay.
But other couples, Mark, do you agree with yin and yang or no?
Yeah, for me, now granted, I haven't done it perfectly. I've already been divorced twice.
We're not
But
perfect.
Hell no.
I think that you have to care more about the other person than you do yourself. I think that makes it work. If both people care about the other person and their needs more than their own, it makes it work at my house. I don't know.
Hey Terry, Madwood Barbecue. How you doing, sir? Don't worry.
Okay, yeah. I don't know. I think your wife and you care like equally from what I see, but it was a weekend, so.
No, like I said, Mark, Chris and I both took away something from the weekend about you and your wife and how you guys communicated and stuff. I really found it fascinating watching you guys.
You guys are adorable.
I know, seriously.
You're so adorable.
And this is Chris and I never even talked about it until the ride home,
Oh,
and
yeah.
then we kind
You
of
guys
put
are
things together. And I was
so
just like,
sweet.
these two assholes made us look bad.
Yeah, they're adorable.
Yeah, they're really Mark. If you guys ever get a chance to hang around him and his wife, they're phenomenal. Yeah, they really.
I would like this tribe to be like Mark and his wife. Yeah.
That's what I'm talking.
We
Yeah,
should have, we
seriously, right
should
there.
have had a, we should have had a fly-in at Paralife Ranch before I sold it.
We,
Oh, well.
we didn't know each other at the time, but we should have. But yeah,
Hey, Mark, I don't mean to break or, cause you confusion, but I heard it's for sale again. And if you were to go right
Yeah.
back into it, I'm willing to help you move.
oh,
I,
you know
I
what?
offered,
Shane,
I offered him
You what?
150, I offered him 150 grand less than I sold it to him for, and they abruptly turned me down.
yeah, I'm sorry, you
But-
painted the house white.
Yeah, but I mean, honestly, I would just turn around and sell it again if he was dumb enough to sell it back to me. If I'm
Hey,
gonna
what-
if I'm gonna be able to fly out of my house again, I'm gonna buy a place on an airport. I'm not taking care of the grass again.
Well,
Well,
I was gonna say Shane will drive up and mow your grass every so often.
you had an opportunity to buy a house with an airplane and everything, and you turned it down.
No, I missed that deal. That was an accident missing that deal. I should have bought that place, but oh well.
Just so everybody knows, Mark's old house was perfect. We could have got 30 campers in his yard and still had plenty of room to take off the land. And this dude just sold it without anybody's concern or care about
How
other than his
selfish.
needs.
It was pretty rude. I agree.
No, his wife would have cooked, and she's great.
Oh,
cook,
man.
by the way.
We could have talked Mark into buying a stick burner, like 500-gallon stick burner, and I would have showed up. We'd have had fly-ins, and we'd have done some smoking some meat. It'd have just been horrible. I mean,
Yeah. I rented one of those twice from up in Atlanta, 500-gallon stick burner for that big party we used to have in the summertime. Yeah, it would have worked. Oh well. If I hit the lottery or go into the heating and air business, then I'll build another place like Mac Hodges has. Shots fired.
Speaking
Hey,
of which, I got a question for Eric. I'd love to hear about his 3D printing thing he's doing.
His what?
3D printing. He's working.
Oh yes.
Oh, yes.
Your printer, Eric.
That hold on.
Okay, I'm
Actually-
back. I'm back. I'm buying tickets, plane tickets right now.
Oh, where are you going?
We are heading down to Florida on the 28th, and we are coming back on New Year's Day unless we can get better rate out of Minneapolis. So anyways,
Okay, real quick. Daddy Dutch Barbecue, which is Kent. He said, Mark, if you want real barbecue, cook, not Shane, let him know. Kent is a phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal cook. That dude smokes the hell out of some food. I could only be lucky enough to be 1/10 the cook he is. Just
He wins a lot of tournaments,
Competitions,
competitions. Yeah, he's actually come to our house. He cooked. Well, Shane was supposed to be grilling, and he just took over.
Yeah, the dude come in my house and
It's great.
I was cooking food and he just pushed me out. He is 6'7",
He's
gigantic of a
He's a
man.
very short guy.
And
Short man.
just took over my kitchen. I was like, well, shit, I'll just go sit down. That's cool. It's the second time in this house a man or a person in this house cooked.
Oh,
Me and Ken, because she don't cook.
well, no. Who made dinner?
All right, Eric, I want to see these 3D printer things. Which, by the
Oh
way,
yeah, he taught you how to cook gator.
Eric is working on a phenomenal idea, and he's actually making me a couple mounts for my new light or for my lights on there.
Anyway,
so
go ahead,
everybody
I have
knows
no
these are
idea.
the lights. These are the lights Shane got, the strobes. So
Yes.
I went and printed these up, and they hook onto your spars right through there, and the wires run through there, and come out right there. And then you just wire them up, and that way it's a clean look. Simple to put together.
Very clean.
There's the bolts that hold it to the bottom.
Yeah, the pictures you sent me of that wire set up like that, it's a very clean, very professional looking setup you got there, and I'm digging it for sure. I'm super excited because right now I have just the strobe with 2 zip ties around my spars, and then you get something like this to hold your lights on. Is just phenomenal. I think it's a great idea.
Well, I just can't believe on how bright these things flash. And I realized if you use a 9-volt battery, they are a lot dimmer, because I'm sitting there, because you can program the flash. And I was trying to program the flash, and by the time I got halfway through it, I was blind and had a headache, and I think I was actually having seizures. But it's I'm using a.
Well, this is what we sent to Dave Perry together.
Wait,
Yes.
say that again.
So when Dave Perry was looking for
Lights,
strobes, Brian had just bought these, and Shane bought them. So I sent in the group for Shane, like it was Shane, these strobes. So hopefully Dave got them too.
Yeah, all I need to know is the spar dimensions. If you guys give me the spar dimensions, I think Parajet is 16 millimeter, and the Rebel 2 is also a 16 millimeter on the spar. So
Is that a new printer? Did you just get that?
it is. We just got it last week, and I have been just amazed on what the thing does. And it is pretty cool.
Which one is it?
It's called a Prusa, and it's the i3, which is the newest version of it. So if you can link, but no, it works really well. You can buy it in 2 forms: a kit form that you put together, or one that's already put together. I'm cheap, so I didn't pay somebody to put it together, so I put it together. And it took me about 8 hours to do, which it was enjoyable. It was fun. And then I got it all together, and the thing didn't work. So then I realized that I plugged all the stuff in the wrong stuff on the computer board. So I read the directions after that and plugged them in the right spots, and it worked. So
Eric, we have 2 questions in the chat. One, Nick Griffith wants to know if you're going to share the STL, which I guess that is the something for the 3D printer for that.
yeah.
Is it like the blueprint or something?
Yep.
And then Jim, Canadian Jim, wants to know if he doesn't really need the strobe, but he's interested in the information for the strobes. It is called
Super bright LEDs.
Yep, and they're the 360 strobes. And you can get them in white, red, green, I think blue. I have a white one and a green one. Mark, what would you say the distance we were flying apart from one another, and how were my lights?
That's a good story, Mark.
Yeah, Mark, thanks. It's really helpful to the show.
Appreciate
He
you.
mailed-
Trust me, I don't have much more information whether you could hear me or not. They're bright. They worked well, but I don't know how far apart we are, Mr. Lear.
There is a time in the video where it says, "Where's Shane at?" And then Mark Inman had to tell him.
No, that was, oh yeah. No, Mark, his, what video, we were flying to the Paralife Ranch, just so he can rub in how great it was and that it's not ours no more.
Not ours. It was never ours.
Oh, it was. If he still lived there, I'd be like, this is my other home because I'm here every other weekend. Just so you know.
Is this where
Yeah,
you got them from?
superbrightleds.com.
Yes, and then look in
it
the
literally-
strobe.
Go to strobes. 360 strobes.
Where would I don't even know. I could just search for it or what?
Don't know. Little fish in the kitchen. Hello.
What
How
about
are you?
emergency flashers?
Oh yeah, emergency flashers. That's correct. Jade, you're so smart.
Yeah, where do you get them?
Exactly.
Where are they at? Emergency service?
Yeah,
Yes.
try that.
Right here. LED strobe lights.
There they are. Yep. I have to make that bigger and get rid of the chat real quick just so I can see what you're pulling up there. Yeah, the top ones right there is the ones I got. Now funny part was when I bought mine, they were a little bit cheaper, but they've gone up in price because of everything else, COVID and all. But yeah, I literally put the zip tie. I used 2 separate zip ties to go through each hole and around my spars, just so in case one zip tie broke, I would, catch it on a pre-flight or an after flight, just so that it just makes it a little safer. But with Eric's new brackets, I mean,
And traction.
they're bolted on and good to go.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
And Eric, you said they were easy to if you have to break your cage down, it'd be easy to unbolt it. You're muted. Or I'm looking at the wrong screen. I'm looking at YouTube itself. Anyways, Eric, can you mute that? I'm sorry, mute that. Can you break your cage down? How hard is it to break it down? I'm all screwed up.
He's still muted.
Mark H, no, the controller's not built in on Amazon. Will, I sent you that info, I believe, for Amazon for the plug and play. I believe it's like a $25 battery pack with an on-off switch. I literally, I still haven't charged the battery on it, and I use the lights constantly as before every flight, and when I land, I turn them on and off, and I'm still on 4 LED lights, the battery indicator, and it hasn't even dropped to the 3rd one yet. I probably have, I would say, a better part of 10 to 12 hours run time on those, and it's still on the 4th LED.
Wow. I'm looking for that.
I sent in a text to you, I do believe.
Mark H.
I still
Is
have
the
I have the
controller
same battery pack, but I'm not using that. I'm going to be using an 18-volt DeWalt battery because I use that DeWalt battery for my starting system. And I'm going to tie them all together. So when I arm my starter, those lights will automatically come on. So that way I remember to shut them off. But I have the same battery pack that Shane got. I just won't be using it for my trike because that's what I'm working on right now is the trike.
And Eric, correct me if I'm wrong, there's 3 wires that come off of you. You have a ground, a positive, and then the 3rd wire is the one that you select what flash pattern you want. And what you do is you would hook the negative to the negative and the positive, and whatever the 3rd wire, I don't remember what color it is, but you touch that to switch through the patterns to see what you want. You can do a solid color, you can do, multi-flash. And then if you buy more than one, you put the 3rd wire together, and then you can literally sync all, like both of my LEDs are on the same flash pattern. So when the left goes, the right goes as well. But you can set it offset too.
Yep. Actually it's 4 wires. So you have a red positive, black negative. Your blue wire is the one that you touch the ground to change your pattern. And then all the yellows
Correct.
get tied together and they kind of daisy chain all the lights. So they all flash at the exact same time. So
It comes
and as
with
I
pretty
said,
long. No, it doesn't.
they're bright.
I added a wire.
What are the battery boxes called?
Will, any chance you found that
Yeah,
that link I sent you on?
I just posted it.
Sean asked about the battery boxes.
That's
For the strobe?
Will just
Oh, okay, sorry.
Will literally.
Sorry,
It's
Will.
from Amazon. I want to say it's like 20 or 25 bucks. It has an on-off switch, and it comes with a what is that plug called? It's just a metal probe or like a microphone plug. And I keep mine in my
Oh, I see
what is it?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, the little round port for the power.
Right.
Like little 9 volt.
So I keep mine in my side pouch, which is becoming a problem because I'm starting to use my side pouch for what it's actually used for, like storage, like a soda. And I've been putting like snacks and stuff in there too. So now I'm running out of room in there. So I'm actually going to mount that on my frame at some point. I just don't know exactly where I'm going to put it. But to turn it on and off, if I forget about it during flight that I didn't turn it on, it's kind of a pain because you got to unzip the pouch and then figure out where the on-off switch is. But if I had it mounted to my frame where I can reach it during flight, then it would be less of a pain.
Does that get hot?
No, I have not had any issues with any kind of temperature on it. It literally, I haven't felt anything out of it.
12 volt, 5 volt, USB dual output. Yeah, I mean, that looks pretty, I can't tell the actual dimension there, but it looks pretty, I could read about it, I guess. So yeah, 4 by 2 by, that's not that big. Cool.
No, that's what I've been using. And like I said, I've flown 10, 12 hours with those lights flashing and still on the 4th battery indicator.
Well, that's a good idea. I'm just looking to see what comes with it.
I don't know. I do know he's very pleased with them. So that's why I sent it to Dave Perry. So actually I sent it in the whole group, so you all got it. Hopefully.
So while you guys are all oohing and eyeing over strobe lights, can I show you something that I found was made for me today?
Oh yeah.
I'm too excited to wait till tomorrow for the show. So
I'm excited.
give me a moment, and I got a message from Martin Hathaway this morning. We met him at Bad Apples, and Eric and I had purchased 2 carbon fibered fenders for our trikes. And I kept asking him, are you sure you don't do them in pink? Do you do them any other color? Well, he had like a cherry, deep, dark cherry color, candy red, I guess, colored one. And I was like, nope, don't want it. And then we bought our air shrouds from him. And so today he messaged me and said, when are you coming to Florida? And I said, well, we're working on it. And he said, oh, are you coming down to, what's the one that's coming up when we can't go, Swanee? And I said, no, I'm not going to be able to go to that. So anyway, he sent me a picture today and he said, I've got a new line. And I said, oh, can I share it on the show tomorrow night? And he goes, it was inspired by you, me. Can you see it?
That's pretty
So
cool.
cute. Love it.
That's gonna be my new fender.
Love it.
It only gets weird when you ask Eric to wear a flamingo outfit to bed. That's the only time it gets weird. Everything else works just.
Pretty cool.
That is neat.
That's really good. That's so nice of him.
He said the eyes even glow in the dark.
Really?
Yeah.
For those night flights you like to take.
Yep.
Yeah,
Right.
that's exactly. But now I can see her out there shining lights on him and then walking away while her motor or her strikes in the dark.
Right. The flamingo will be watching you guys all night long.
Really cool.
So he said it's carbon fiber. So yeah, I was pretty happy.
That's pretty cool.
That was a nice surprise this morning when he sent me that. So we'll have to be meeting up with him at some point too.
Yeah.
So who in the chat is going, or on the panel, who's going to Swanee for the fly-in? I actually know everyone on the panel except for me is going. Mark hates me. Will won't go if Mark's not going to show up.
That's right. I think it's just you and it's
Okay, so yeah, I'm going to be all by myself. I think Waller is busy as well. Eric, do you care to explain to anybody how you paid so much for your plane tickets? I mean, I know they had to be expensive to come down to see us.
Not particularly.
Yeah.
It cost what was it, $22.40.
Oh, come on.
What? Highway robbery.
Plus tax?
Do what?
Plus tax?
No, that was the tax. $22.40 for Jade and I.
That's-
Eric,
oh, that was the tax.
I've spent the weekend with him. I'm not sure if it's worth $22.
That was probably first class too, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
No, so we
We do.
use our points for, I have a Southwest card and we use our points to travel. So
Nick Griffith asked when is Swanee? It's the 12th through the 14th, I believe it is. Krista and I will be leaving here Thursday after she gets off of work because I have Veterans Day off. So I will be tapping my foot waiting for her to show up, and I will have the trailer ready to go, and we'll be out of here. I think it's a 2.5 or 3 hour trip for us. So we should be there just at dark, kind of set up and be ready to fly in the morning.
Right on.
It doesn't take 24 hours, that's for sure. I mean, Eric's Walmart is 24-hour drive away from his house, just so you know.
Just about everything.
Ford.
Those look like really neat lights. They sure do need housing though. I mean,
Well, that's what his new 3D printer's doing, is putting a housing underneath it and making it attached to the spars.
yeah, actually I see the hole. There are 3 holes there, so I see how that's going to line up with his the
pictures he sent me today, I was looking at them and I looked at them objectively, and they look factory. They look like they're supposed to be on there with that mount that he has on there. I was really impressed with it. I mean, mainly because Eric came up with it and I was shocked, but it is very nice. Eric, if you could maybe send some of those pictures to Will and show him, because I honestly think it's a great setup.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'll do is I'll send it to Will. Let's see.
How long did it take to print that?
Let's see. I'm doing, it's like 2 hours.
So Tony asked a question in the chat. Question for Shane: Does he not get a hint when Krista is feeling frisky because she left the show a bit ago? Just saying. I never have to guess if Krista is feeling frisky. She's just like, we got to go make a cake.
It's bake a cake.
I mean, bake a cake.
See how often
That's
that
code
happens?
word. Because we have kids, and we can't just say, we want to go to bed.
That is not what I printed. That is what Shane would like me to print. I'm just saying.
What?
Oh yeah. Remember,
Oh,
I asked Eric to make me something about the. Never mind. Anyways, Jade, how was work today? You look super excited.
Yeah. Hey, your voice better be ready for tomorrow, girl.
Yeah, don't let Krista do all the work because she won't be on camera. Why are you not sitting back
It's
here?
your night tomorrow.
No, it's not. You'll be good.
Krista's got it. She's shaking her head.
Who's
No.
No. No. No.
Yeah.
No. All right, rest your voice. You don't have to talk tonight. Leave her alone, guys.
Mark, what are you not welding tonight?
I don't even think I like the tone of your voice, number one.
You tell him, Mark.
And I have been welding. And after this, I got to go back to welding. Just engine pieces. That's all.
Just
Wait,
engine
hold on.
pieces.
You're not welding on any Southwest planes, are you?
No, no, definitely not.
Perfect.
No, but I wouldn't laugh at that.
So this is it right here, and this is on your parameter, right, Eric?
Yeah, that's on the Rebel 2. And actually, the top part now is 10 millimeters shorter. And there's not going to be such a gap between the bottom and the top.
Okay. And what are you going to do with how are you going to run the wires?
So I figure I got some of that 3/8 automotive wire loom that I am going to route towards the middle of the trike and then down to my battery. You can see my Milwaukee battery just kind of down to the left of that where I
Right
have it
here.
mounted.
Red and black.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's pretty cool. But you're going to have 2 of them, right?
Well, I'm
And
going to
then-
have 2 there, one up on top, and then one towards the bottom. So there'll be 4 strobes on there.
On one battery.
Oh, that batteries. Yeah, those are LEDs. They're not taking any power, any current.
Okay.
So, Eric, with that picture there, is there any chance of putting that hole on the side running parallel to the spar so that
Yeah.
it doesn't have to?
Yep.
I see it now in a bigger picture, and that literally would be the only thing I would change about that. But still, I mean, that's nothing.
Right. Yeah.
You
No,
can
I
zip
can
tie
change, I can change that. That's only about 40 hours of work. Thank you very much.
Yeah, right. And another 2 hours of printing each.
Exactly.
Oh, I think I just got a middle finger to the forehead. Right at that
Yeah.
minute.
And that's if the lights don't blink.
Right. No, and you're right. At least offset it a little bit to the inside. Because now with it
I
being
still think-
shorter, that top, well, it's hard to see there. Well, here, I got another one. Now with this top piece being shorter, I could have it come out, right here. So it'd be offset just a little bit.
That would weaken it though, wouldn't it?
I don't know, man. This is pretty stout. Although the middle is not completely like hollow. It's like a honeycomb that gets printed inside there. And it's fairly strong. But I
And
can.
what was the bolt? You said you screwed them or bolted them together? that correct?
So there's
So-
on, let's see, where's my other half here? On this, you can see the 3 bolt holes.
Right.
And then they're gonna sit this one has 1 screw in it and it sits flush. So it's not snagging on anything. And then it screws into the bottom, which is, or the top, which is right there. But yeah, I can adjust those holes so they come out the side.
I'm just talking about the the hole for the wires.
Yeah. Yep.
If they were
No, I can-
offset or parallel to the spars, it would be a cleaner look. But again, I think that is still a phenomenal setup. I at no point would turn that down, just so you know.
And you're only running 2, right, Shane?
Yeah, I'm gonna eventually, now that my wife is gone, I can go ahead and turn this over. I'm going to eventually run 4, but I will tell you with the lights in the position that I have them, which is directly to the side of me, when I'm holding onto my brakes, they still catch my peripheral. So I want to put them down a little bit lower so that when I am flying with my hands on my brakes, that either my arms or my shoulder blocks the light, because it is a bit problemsome the earlier or the later you fly. They just shine. They're just too bright. The video that I was making, that apparently, I don't know what happened to all my my video, but you can literally see my entire side of my arm and the back of my hand on either side turn green or white every time it flickered. I was just like, dude, that's in my eyeballs. Like, I'm purposely placing my arms to block the lights. They're that bright. I mean, it became a problem on multiple flights. I just have to move them into a better position.
I just sent Will a picture of, for trike flyers, these are lights that I made that mount to our line holders on our hoop. And they're just zip tied on, but the lights are kind of integrated into the line holders.
Eric, just out of curiosity, for those who do like cage drags on takeoff, that won't get caught on the ground or anything, will it?
No, for them, I have lights that are on your shoes. So they will, yeah, that's only, I only know one person that can do that. So I'll only sell like one for the left foot, one for the right foot, and then I can scrap that design.
Sounding a little personal.
Right.
Hey, Jim asked a question about putting them on top. The problem with putting anything on top of your cage is you take a risk of catching your lines when you turn. When, let's say you're landing and you turn. Actually, the video that I have no proof of because I lost video. Actually, when I landed and I turned, I actually caught my GoPro in my line, and so I tried to put nothing on top of the cage or anything like that. I guess you could hang it on the bottom of the cage and do it that way, but I have 2 lights, and I don't prefer it to be on the very bottom in case anything ever happens. Like I'm in Mountain City trying to take off and try to take out, the ground when I'm taking off. I prefer not to lose a $35 light on top of the cage and prop and everything else.
That's kind of
Just a
why we
little
were yeah, that's why I was putting them on the spars, kind of inside of that hoop.
But I don't know. With your design there, Eric, I could probably put it lower because my spars don't go. They're pretty much 45 out from my shoulders. I can do a lower just on the outside of my frame down below, so they're out of my peripheral.
Right.
Here we go.
Jim, Jim said GoPro on your helmet. Yes, I have a GoPro on my helmet, which I prefer it on my wing, which I haven't done in a while. And I need to do that. I absolutely love that view. Actually, Mark's video, he just put out the last one, I believe, was with the wing cam. And I love that view. I don't know what it is about that view. I think it really shows more about what the pilot's doing than anything else. What do we got
What
here,
are we
Eric?
looking at here, Eric?
So on the far left, that is the with the light mounted in it, actually. And you could put another light on the one that's in the middle. So you have two lights on either side. And those are also the line holders on our trike. So it just makes it so the light is below where your lines go, so they can't catch on anything, but they'll be super bright from the front and the back. And right now I'm printing one that the light will come out the side of these line holders for the trikes.
Nice. Yeah, it looks beefy.
Yeah, they're strong. And actually, our instructor, we were down in Madison this weekend, and our instructor was screwing around on the wet grass with the trikes. I'm sure you've heard Jade and I say that we can sit there and drive the trikes on the ice and you drift. It's fun. Well, he was drifting on the grass, and he has a 3D printed line holder similar to this, and he rolled the trike. And he actually has the same hoop that I had down in Moonshiners. I gave it to him, and he put it on his training trike, which is the same trikes that we have. And he went and rolled the trike, and that plastic did not break.
No kidding.
So there is some rigidity to it.
Right on. Well, I'm just speaking for myself, I'm kind of a electrical tape kind of guy, not like, soldering and all that stuff, but it shouldn't be that complicated.
Well, Will, this is where they just made butt connectors, so you don't have to buy solder, buy flux, buy a soldering gun. You put the two wires into the middle and you heat it up with a lighter, and it will automatically solder the two wires and seal those wires. And it's simple. It's an awesome butt connector. It'll make you look professional.
Okay, as I burn my house down.
Well, that's what I was thinking when I was heating these things up right next to the gas tank. But
No, hey, Will, you're not supposed to set your house on fire to solder these lines together.
Oh
That's not how
man,
that works.
see, you got to read the directions. Yeah, set your north wall on fire, hold the wire up gently. That's pretty cool, Eric, really.
yeah, Mark H said something about the strobes. That's why I'm kind of mounting them on the inside on the spars, so they can't get caught on anything.
I will tell you, with your design there with the spars, if I was to run the strobes on the very bottom and one on the very top towards the inside, I do believe that would work. I just, like I said, if you have a hard butt landing or whatever a couple different times, I just would hate to have to add in to the cost of repairing a damn LED light on top of everything else that I've destroyed. Mine are on the spar inside of the hoop. So there's really no risk of damaging those. But the way that my spars are on my PAP, they're straight out. So the light is a little bit, honestly, I bet you if I put just a piece of tape over partial of that, where it's not blinding me, it wouldn't be that bad. Piece of electrical tape or something.
Or Eric,
I don't know.
3D
I might
do a little cover.
Yeah.
A little shield.
Actually,
Yeah, a little shield.
yeah. Actually, when I get one of these mounts for my lights, I probably then I'll go ahead and change up where I have the lights, because like I said, with it being so strong and the ability, I probably put it on the outside of my cage, on the inside of the outside of the cage, but lower, so they're less blinding, if you will.
I was just looking for the battery. There it is. The battery pack.
I do absolutely love these lights, though. I think they're phenomenal. They're super bright, and about the time you buy the battery pack and the two lights, it's about the same price you're going to pay, maybe a little less than what you're going to buy from somebody that's got a PPG website.
Yeah. But you can customize it to your particular
Right.
need, which is kind of cool.
Right. I mean, I've been flying around with a firehouse strobe on my helmet that you can barely see in pitch black dark 8 feet away, and thinking that I was good. And honestly, I mean, that was a joke, and it's not a great light, but it was $34 and wasn't that great. It wasn't great at all. So, and
Hey, guys.
no one says you have to have 2 lights.
Sorry, Shane.
What's
I'm
that,
just gonna
Jay?
let you guys know that I'm gonna retire for the night.
Hope
All
you feel
right.
better.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, definitely,
Hopefully
Jay.
see you guys tomorrow night.
We'll see you.
All right.
When is that?
7 p.m. Central.
And then how do they get to it?
Paramotorgirl.com.
Get well soon.
Night, guys.
Good night.
Good night.
Well, right on, guys.
She couldn't make 9 minutes. No, I'm just kidding. I'm totally kidding. Dude, I hate it when well, first of all, I rarely ever get a cold or sick or anything like that. But when I do, oh my God, it's horrible. And I sure as the heck would not be doing this tonight. We'd have to be like, hey, we're moving back over to Eric's channel because I'm not going to be here.
Do you miss it?
No, yes and no. I do. Like you said at the beginning of this, hanging out with you guys is really why I do it. And then hanging out with those in the chat is, I mean, I don't ever want to be monetized or so big that I can't do anything else. This is just us having fun and hanging out and talking, doing whatever we're doing. But I really do have just a astronomical amount of housework that has to be done. And the only reason I've been on Eric's shows every Tuesday is because I've gotten to a point where I've run into trouble and I can't go any further. And I'm just like, well, I can't fix anything right now. So I might as well just hang out and relax. And that's what I've been doing. I actually enjoy Eric doing the show because I don't feel like I have to do anything. When I'm doing my own show, it's kind of stressful because you have to keep things going. You have to check up on the chat. You have to keep everybody happy, and it's a little bit of a pain in the ass, to be honest with you. But I do enjoy hanging out with you guys, and I think it makes my Tuesday a little better. I really enjoy hanging out with you guys. So I don't know how to answer that. Sometimes outside of when I'm actually doing the show, I think it's a pain in the ass. But when I'm on the show, it's not. How about that for an answer? I have no idea.
Hey, in the chat, Chris mentioned the smile.amazon. I finally got around to doing that today and put resurgence for it. So that's good. And also,
Yes.
last week I was able to get a check in the mail to send down there for Gage's scholarship fund.
Yes, I got confirmation on that this morning, Mark, and from a heating and cooling company from Wisconsin. They did receive both of those checks.
Yeah, good.
There was another check that was sent early, and it was addressed to Jeff, and Jeff sent that check back, and the person that sent that check is going to resend it back to the high school. So
Nice.
I'm actually going to be making a phone call. I made one today, but I couldn't reach the person. Got a voicemail. But I know this person is in dire need of some tax breaks. So I'm waiting to see when I get a hold of this person what I can get done. I have a feeling, I don't even want to say, I don't want to jinx myself, but I know for a fact that they are looking for tax breaks, and it shouldn't be a problem. Let's just say writing a check would not be an issue for a tax break for them. So
Right on.
I was actually going to mention that this morning, or this at the beginning of this, but it brings me joy, but it also brings me sadness thinking about my son. So I didn't really want to bring it up at the beginning of the show. At the end of the show, it's fine because we're at the end of the show. We got 4 minutes left, so perfect timing there. Just so you know, Mr. McElroy.
Yeah, I was reading in the chat right now about Jim talking about landing out in a lot of trees. I was watching that video from a week or two ago. There was times where we flew over a lot of trees.
No, you guys flew over a lot of trees low. Shane was looking at you guys going, man, you guys are confident in those motors. I was like, hell no. I was literally in my video. There's 2 times I was level with you, and I was like looking at the ground, going, I'm not really sure if I can make it there. I mean, I'm gonna try. I have no choice, but I'm not really sure I can make it. And it did surprise me. There was on the way to Paralife Ranch, there was 2 times you guys got low, and I thought we were landing or flying low to a spot, and then you guys started climbing again. I was like, what are they? I guess I'm climbing too, because I don't know what I'm doing or where we're going.
You should have a radio.
Man, but Mark, as much as I love talking to you and Pablo, when I'm flying, you guys, and I'm not putting you guys down by no means, but there's too much communication. I don't want to communicate that much, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I get it.
I mean, I just prefer to listen to my music, which, by the way, oh my God. So the video with all the shit that I lost, there is a clip where I kill the motor and I'm still singing, and I purposely left it in there. It had me in stitches. I was just like, oh my, it's all quiet except for the wind, and then you just hear me singing. I'm like, you're a dumbass.
That's the good parts.
Oh man.
Walter made it finally.
Finally.
4 minutes to go, or 2 minutes to
Yeah, right. Oh shit. So you know what I'm going to do probably the first week or first Tuesday of every month is I'm going to probably run an hour, maybe an hour and a half, and then do either an hour or hour and a half after show. Just to kind of, I think it's personalized, you know what I mean? Like the after show, it's kind of, I do like them, but I don't know. I think more people will be more out to watch an hour show than a 2-hour show. I mean, what are you guys' opinion on that?
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. There's that, but there's also the amount of work and time that has to go into the production of a show. There's a lot of moving parts, and I'd say, do whatever you can to make it light, airy, fun for yourself, and
But I'm also thinking about you guys. I'm thinking about those in the chat and you guys that come every Tuesday on the show. I think it's a lot to ask of you guys to sit here for 2 hours. But I think it would be more fun for everyone if it was an hour show. And if you want to continue on the after show, I think it would just be more like Jade does Jade's show goes by so fast. And then we get into the after show, which I absolutely love. But it's on your own time. I mean, if you don't want to do that, then you don't have to. And I think it would make it easier. I mean, Will, Mark, Eric, Jade, I appreciate you guys every week. You guys are always here. Nobody's making money. We're just hanging out, having fun. But you guys are committed, and I greatly appreciate that.
Wait a minute. Wait. I'm keeping track of my hours. What do you mean nobody's making money?
Yeah, we're logging this.
Right?
As long as I don't have to pay home and cooling rates and or welder hourlies, then I might be able to afford it in about, I mean, I can pay you guys in Cheerios. I have no idea. I don't know how the hell I'm gonna pay that. A couple of you guys are getting Fruit Loops, just so you know.
Yeah, I never thought about that, booking them plane tickets. And then right after I did that, I thought about the welders. Oh boy.
Yeah. All right, guys. Will, where can we find you on social media, sir?
You can find me on YouTube as Will Fly or willflyppg.com.
Mr. McElroy?
On YouTube, Paralife PPG, and on the internet, paralifeppg.com.
All right. PPG Lear, where can we find you at, sir?
You can find me at ppglear.com on Tuesday nights when Shane is not doing the show.
So anything other than the first Tuesday of every month.
That's what he keeps saying.
Hey, if you don't watch yourself, it might be all 4 weeks of the month. Just so you know.
Exactly.
I kind of like not having any pressure on me. It's more enjoyable, honestly, to be on other people's shows than to be on my own shows. But I do enjoy it. But does become a little overwhelming sometimes.
Yeah,
all right, guys.
Will and I have figured that out.
Right.
And my wife said I'm a hobby jumper, so this was a hobby, and it's kind of getting on my nerve. I'm just kidding. I do love it, but sometimes it just doesn't work out, and you kind of feel like you have to be there because you got a show on Tuesday night.
And we all appreciate it.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you guys showing up every night. You guys in the chat each week. It's phenomenal. I'm grateful. With that being said, from Cupcake Krista, who's not here, and myself, thank you guys. And we will see you on Eric's channel next Tuesday, 7 o'clock Central, 8 o'clock Eastern time. All right. You guys have a great night.